Hello viewers, here I have a 2006 Suzuki Grand Vitara with a 2.7 liter V6 engine, and I'm just changing the oil and of course the oil filter, and I just wanted to show how I replaced the oil filter since it's in a really inaccessible area there. So again, this is the 2006 Suzuki Grand Vitara. It's the 2.7 liter V6, and let me just show you the tool that I'm going to be using. Simply, I'm going to be using a cap style oil filter wrench. If you don't have one of these, then forget it. You ain't getting that filter off. So using the cap style oil filter wrench. I'm using a, you could use a 3/8 drive universal. I'm using a, I don't know if you can see that, I hope it's in focus, a 3/8 drive, let me just take that off, go like this, take it off, a 3/8 drive impact universal. I just find that it's not as wobbly as the other type, but you could use the other type if you wanted. So that's that part, tool, and then of course just a regular 3/8 drive ratchet. So in the cap style filter wrench, of course, I'm using a Suzuki filter, OE oil filter, made in China. There's the part number 16510-85FR. I believe that's a 0. And that's how the cap style filter wrench goes on. So let me just do this one-handed operation. So I just put the universal in there, put my ratchet in there, and now let's go and look at where this wonderful oil filter is. Of course, I drained the oil, as you can probably see right here. Let me just get a light here so you can see. I drained the oil. I have one of these Fram Sure drain plug, I think. You just stick a hose in there, thread it on, and it starts draining the oil. I'm on the back side here. So, of course, I did that when it's hot. If you're going to remove this oil filter, there's just no way you're doing it while this engine is hot. You got to wait till it completely cools down. And I mean, cools down totally there. So here's the back of the engine. That's the crossover pipe. That's a tranny pan, automatic transmission pan and drain plug there. And you can see that's the one of the catalytic converters right there where my finger's pointing. I don't know, you can't probably see that. There's my finger pointing. And then right in behind it, you can see, hopefully, let me just see if I can get up under there, show you, this is probably one of the most stupidest locations for an oil filter. I don't know what those Suzuki engineers were thinking of when they were designing this point here. But it is, let me just see if I can get you a better picture. It's I have the OE Suzuki filter in there. It's of course okay, I think maybe you can see that in there. It's right, you're gonna have to zoom that in. You can see where that bunch of writing is. That's where it is, which is, oh, I wish I had better lighting here. Right where my finger is, right there. See if I can get you a better shot here. Well, there really isn't a lot of room in here. I'm just trying to fish my light in here. Okay, let's see if I can get you a better shot here. There. That's about the best shot I can get you. See where that writing is? I can't put my finger in, point my finger, but right where that writing is, right there beside the catalytic converter and the block there. So just simply put, I'm going to feed my ratchet with this, so here's the tire. Okay, let me grab my light. On the forum, some forum members actually removed the wheel, and maybe that's an easier way to do it. But here's the wheel, and I'm just going through this access point right here, just where the axle is, right there, just right in there, right. I'm just going right up here. Sorry, I won't be able to show this because the light here, right up in here where my hand is, right there. So you'll see where the frame is, right in between. I can't see that. I think that's a control arm or some sort of frame for the diff, I think. But right there, that's where I'm going to fish it through. So I'm just going to come in through here, like so. And you know what? If I had like a, need a hoist. That's what I need, is a hoist. You know what? I just can't show you this here. I can't show you this because it's just so tough to see without proper lighting. Well, maybe you can see from there. You can see me put up my hand. So I'm going to try to do this, attempt this. You know, holding the camera and feeding my capstone filter wrench through. Okay, yeah, that's not going to work, but I'm going to drop this into my oil pan there. Okay, I'm going to have to show you a picture when it's on. Okay, so I had to put the camera down here, so I just want to show you. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe I can bring the camera up. If you can see my ratchet right there. Here's the oxygen sensor. Okay, yeah, maybe you can see it. Yeah, okay, you can see it right there. Okay, so that's a catalytic converter right there. And that's the oxygen sensor. You just go in behind it, like this way. Let's see if I can actually show you here. Just go in behind it right here, in behind there. And then you can see the cap style oil filter wrench there along with my ratchet. And all you do is just loosen it there. And I torque this down to 120 inch-pounds, so that's 10 foot-pounds, because then there's no way that I can over-tighten or under-tighten it. So as you can see it, let me just see if I can loosen that. Well, let's just see, it's on there, and you can just, the universal joint makes it a little bit awkward. I can't really hold the camera and do this with my left hand, but just loosen it up like so. You can see it going quite slowly there, and I'm gonna have to, so anyways, that's you see a picture where it's on right there. You've seen the picture. And I'm just going to loosen it, and you basically pull the oil filter out the same way you installed, or through the same way you brought your ratchet with the filter wrench there. And I'm just going to put some a blue shop towel right on the base, right here. I don't know if you can see that, right on the bottom of the oil filter right there, because this is going to drip some oil. So okay, I'll turn the camera back on once I get the filter off. Okay, I just want to show you how the oil is draining there from the filter. So there's your pan right there. It's right in front of that cross member. And you can probably see hopefully you can see that filter. This lighting is really bad. Yeah, I think you can just see it right there. So anyways, we'll just let that drip out and take out the oil filter when it's stopped dripping. Okay, there's the picture of the oil filter out. It's actually not that messy. If you look at it, it's, let me get the light here. It's really not oily at all. And there was no oil that came out, I guess it all drained there, so that was kind of nice. So really it's not that messy of a job, only when you unscrew it there. But anyways, so I'm just going to clean the area up with some brake clean, and then I'll show you another pick when I'm ready to put back the new oil filter. Okay, I just wanted to show the difference between the two oil filters here. So the original equipment one that I took off was a Suzuki 1651085FA0, or O, I guess 0, made in Japan. And then the replacement one that the dealer gave me is slightly different. It's a 1651085FR0 instead of FA0. So that's the difference. Okay, I'm just going to take this top off, apply some oil there on that gasket, and be ready to put it back. Okay, so here we go, installing the new oil filter back on the vehicle. And let's just get ourselves underneath the vehicle here. Okay, there we are. So we come up through the crossover here. Here's the, you can't see it, I'm sorry, there's just not enough room to show you anything on this stupid car. I think I'm going to have to edit this out here. I lost my reference point here. Where are we here? Oh yeah, there we are. Okay, you can probably see the oil filter threads, maybe not. But anyways, we come by the oil pan here. And you're not going to see this, so I'm going to have to put the camera down. Okay, so correction. You bring the oil filter back the same way that you take the oil filter, cap style oil filter wrench, and that's through here. Come through here. You know, this is really hard to show, and I'm sorry, this is just absolutely impossible. I don't have proper lighting here. But by the wheel there, right here, I'll see if you can see my hand here. If you can see my hand coming up through here, the exhaust pipe. Okay, right there. Okay, and this is where my hand is. Right there. Ah, you can't see that. Anyways, here's the catalytic converter. Here's my hand. And you just come up. You just come up with the oil filter right there. And you tighten it right you tighten it right there. I'm trying to get you enough light here so you can see what I'm doing here. Well, maybe that. Now I can't see the lens there, but hopefully I'll be able to see that. Now you tighten that. Now I'm going to actually get a torque wrench on there and torque it to 120 inch-pounds, because you can't really tighten it by hand enough, and I don't want to over tighten it because then you ain't going to get it off. So I'll show you my torque wrench on there. I'm using the same oil filter cap style wrench along with the same universal 3/8 drive, yeah, the universal 3/8 drive impact there. Okay. Okay, there's the picture with the torque wrench on. Again, I don't know if you can see that right there. The 3/8 drive torque wrench set to 120 inch-pounds, so that's 10 foot-pounds. I think you can, yeah, there you go, you can see that there. Now I'm using a what the heck is that? I believe it's a 1.5-inch extension. You can use the universal impact 3/8 drive. However, I just found there's not much room here. I found that it's a little bit easier. It's not as, the universal isn't going to wobble off on you to the sides or to another direction. So this way I just put on the 1/2-inch drive, a 3/8 drive extension, 1/2-inch drive, and then my torque wrench, and then you just got to fiddle with it a bit, and then you can torque it down. So that's how I torqued it down. Okay, so this is the finished product here. The vehicle down from the car ramps. When you're changing the oil, what I would recommend, since the oil drain plug faces forward on the pan, on the oil pan, so if you have it up front on car ramps, then you're not going to get all the oil out. So it's probably best to drain the oil while it's still on the ground, or jack up the back a little bit. So anyways, sorry about not getting good pictures of that dang oil filter here. And I know you won't be able to see this, but right below this, where the hook is pointing, the exhaust shield, is the, let me see if I can get a light in here, is the oil filter. And let me just see if I can get my light to shine down in there. Yeah, you can just see the little black spot there. You can't remove the oil filter from top. I think you can loosen it from the top, but yeah, there's no way you'll be able to take that off the top there. So I wouldn't even bother trying. But I don't know if you can see that. You can just see the tip of the round oil filter, basically where where the hook is, just about maybe 3 inches down. You can just see the end of it. And that's where you can spray some brake clean, or I sprayed some brake clean when, of course, the engine was totally cooled down, because there's no way you're removing that oil filter, even if it's hot. Not even if it's hot, or if it's even warm. So anyways, just wanted to show you that. Yeah, I added 4.7 liters of oil. I think the book calls for 4.8, so I'll check it. Okay, so that's it for the oil filter and oil replacement on an 06 Suzuki Grand Vitara.